All right. Man, this sucks.
I know.
We need to find Kevin.
He's been missing for a while.
Well, we have been captured.
Yeah, we've been captured before.
So, hey guys.
Hey there, guys. What's going on?
As you can see, we're back in our old studio.
Oldish studio.
Back in our studio.
Yeah, oldish.
Yeah, original studio.
Yeah.
Well, see, what had happened was that we got captured, we got kidnapped, and so
it was weird.
Yeah, the one that got to us, you know him.
It was a shock.
Yeah.
Actually.
His name is Zach.
Yeah.
The guy that we just hired.
And
so apparently, do not promise to pay someone in tacos and not give them tacos, because
seriously,
they will lash out and kidnap you.
He got mad, and yeah, it was
so we contemplated letting him go, but then we went against it because if we promise him tacos and then we don't give him tacos, he kidnaps us, and then what would happen if
we fire him, and then what does he do?
Yeah, let's not go there. So we just said, oh, okay, we'll give you tacos. We gave him tacos. So
yeah, he's fine now. He's fine.
Okay, so back to our show.
Yeah,
we're fine now, so we're good. Let's keep moving forward.
Yeah, we're just gonna go on forward.
I know we haven't been on for like ever, considering the holidays and us being kidnapped, and then it was weird.
Yeah, and then this thing getting out of control.
Never again.
Yeah.
But we actually, have well, it's not news because everyone sadly already knows, but the passing of the great Stan Lee.
It came to a shock because you know how they have all those fake deaths out there?
Yeah.
I thought it was one of those, and then it got confirmed, and I was like, oh, my heart. I'm gonna go cry in the corner for like ever.
Stan the man.
Stan the man Lee. And it's weird because Stan Lee had one of those impacts because tons of comic book writers come and go. But Stan had one of those impacts where it's like he not only thought about it as his job, he thought about it as his literal life. Yeah,
because you could go up to someone and say, "Hey, do you know who Jack Kirby is?"
Oh yeah, I definitely know who that is.
Yeah, but we do. But regular people.
Regular people that be like,
who's that? But if you go and tell them, "Do you know who Stan Lee is?" It's like,
Stan Lee,
he's awesome.
Creator of Spider-Man.
But no, now it's like it's surreal that he's gone.
Yeah, it's like, oh gosh, I'm trying to.
He's like that grandfather that you wish you had, that you didn't have because your grandfather didn't invent Spider-Man. But he's like that grandfather, the one we all wanted.
And it's actually kind of funny because growing up, I wanted to learn more about Stan Lee, so I actually went out and I scavenged looking for like this videotape called Stan Lee's Mutants, Monsters, and Marvels, which was an interview he did with Kevin Smith. Mm-hmm. And in there, it kind of like gives you a new perspective on how he was with Marvel, like Spider-Man and everything. So if you can find a copy of that, I recommend watching it because it is one of the best interviews. Like if you've been curious about anything about the creation of Spider-Man, or the Fantastic Four or anything, watch this. I guarantee you'll find a love for all of them. Guaranteed.
Yeah, but it's sad because now when we go watch our Marvel movies, it's not gonna be with a Stan Lee cameo. It's gonna say "In loving memory."
I know.
And it's sad.
It is.
And it's also going to be a real tearjerker once you see him in Avengers 4, because there's rumors that say that he was able to finish his cameo for Avengers 4.
I know, and
so seeing him up there, you're gonna be like,
that's gonna enrich my heart. No, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna cry.
I think I will definitely cry.
I will legitimately cry.
But speaking of Avengers 4,
oh my gosh, guys, the trailer got released. I think it was yesterday. Wasn't it yesterday, or was it just like
I don't know. I don't know, but
anyways, it got released, and and guys, I started shaking, and I got that cold chill down my spine where you knew, like, this is gonna be good.
I just wished I had the time stone so I could like make it April.
April 2019. Because the thing I loved the most about it was the beginning of the trailer had reminiscent of the most classic, the most memorable Tony Stark moment when he's literally sitting there with a destroyed Iron Man helmet recording his last will and testament.
Yes.
And that, my literal hand was shaking. I was just like,
what really gets me is the fact that Hawkeye's in it. But
wait, are you sure it's Hawkeye?
Hawkeye. It's a
little thing that they've been teasing for how many movies now? Like 4 or 5 movies?
Something like that.
It's Ronin. And I'm kind of curious on how the mask looks. Not like the full costume looks like amazing.
Yeah, it looks pretty spot on.
But when it comes to the mask, you have to get that mask right.
Yes.
Because otherwise, like look what they did with how they crucified what was it called? What was that one movie where they Steel? How they literally made it
with Shaq?
It's Shaq. How they literally took a DC Comics character and turned him into a joke.
And we're not saying Shaq is a joke.
No, we're not saying it. Please don't hurt us or sue us. You are taller than both of us and can probably smash us in or eat us.
I'm just too scared of Shaq. But I digress.
Yeah.
Also, what you see at the
spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen the trailer, if you
haven't seen it,
we'll pause we'll pause for a second and then wait for you to watch it. So what kind of tacos? I think we gave them like just plain old Del Taco tacos.
Del Taco tacos? Yeah. Are we like insulting them?
I think so. I mean, okay, we're back.
Okay, well, at the end of the trailer, you see who else? Ant-Man.
Oh yes, and to give you a little bit of clarification before that, in the trailer we see them going down the deceased list of who has disappeared.
His face is there.
And his face is there. So it is literally, could this be the moment where they realize, wait a second, maybe there's a chance? Because, gosh, I'm so pumped for it. I really am. I'm like shaking still.
Yeah, because I mean, there's a few ways they could go down. Like, they could say, where have you been, or what happened, or why didn't you disappear, or whatever. But and then he'll go and say, I was in
the quantum realm.
So,
which, by the way,
and then they'll ask how did you get there, how'd you get out, or what happened, and then they'll start looking towards the quantum realm for
answers,
results on how to return back, I guess.
Turn back the clock, I guess you could say.
Or what Thanos did.
Oh yes. And speaking of Thanos, we see his hung up retired armor in the trailer. And not only that, we see a destroyed Infinity Gauntlet too.
Mm-hmm.
which confirms that the gauntlet is no more. It can't be used again.
Well, the gauntlet itself.
The stones are useful still, but the actual gauntlet is.
And as you see that, Doctor Strange, he's like he bit the dust.
Yeah,
but I doubt he's the only one that could use the time stone.
Yeah, I mean,
Wong is still alive, right?
Well, I believe so.
So
I mean, unless he's still in the Sanctum Sanctorum, and he actually did get that tune him out. I swear, if they had that joke in the movie, I'm not gonna lie, I'll laugh, but I'll also be like, "Are you trying to make a joke of it, Wong? Laziness? I don't know what's wrong with you."
I don't know.
Anyways,
but Marvel is doing a lot of good things. The MCU is doing a lot of good things. Let's just clarify this now.
Oh yes, the MCU is doing major
Marvel, as a whole, is not doing everything right. They're doing.
Yeah. What's up? I was getting a little hungry.
My bit.
Oh. Gotcha. Anyways. Moving on.
Where was I?
We're on Avengers. With
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Marvel is doing a lot of good things.
MCU.
The MCU is doing a lot of good things.
Ooh yeah.
But there's one thing that they're not doing so good on. The decision they took.
Yeah.
The decision of canceling
Daredevil. Now, I was actually able to finally watch season 3 of Daredevil.
Dude, it was great.
Yes, it was.
I mean, at the end, they did a great job of teasing that, he's going to come back.
Yeah, they did. And it was like, I can't wait for season 4.
Bullseye did a great job.
Oh my gosh. And here's the thing. They actually made Bullseye perfect.
Mm-hmm. They didn't really call him Bullseye.
No, but
then again, the Kingpin didn't get his name until this season.
True. And one thing I was noticing is even though they didn't refer to him as Bullseye right away, there was still it was pretty much confirmed that he was Bullseye, because if you look at the fight they were having.
If you haven't seen season 3, go ahead.
In 5 seconds. So, why did you think we should pay him a different type of taco?
I think we should give him authentic, Mexican street.
Well, yeah, but we don't make much money doing this anymore. We don't make much money doing this anymore. Okay, we're back.
Okay,
and
so if you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch it.
Yeah.
We're here, but season 3 just did such a great job of incorporating Bullseye.
That's right.
In the beginning, when you find out who he is, you don't really find out who he is, but you get a glimpse of what he could be.
Oh yes.
Unless you already know that Bullseye is confirmed for the season, but if you're not like me and you're not actively seeking who's the new characters on the new series, on the new season, who's the new characters coming in.
It's your dad.
It's okay.
But if you if you don't keep up on it and you don't say, okay, what's gonna happen? Who's the villain? Who's it? And if you just go into the season, just see what's gonna happen, like I did in the beginning when Wilson Fisk is being transported, and you see him, you see him there in the car, and then he's being attacked, and then out of nowhere, Poindexter comes in and starts killing everyone and like throwing things at them that were. How are they hitting them? I don't know. One person.
And here's the thing. In that fight sequence between Daredevil and what they were calling, apparently, fake Daredevil.
Well, they weren't calling him.
They were calling him Daredevil because he was dressed. The fake Daredevil. It hit me right away. Like, because at first I was like, okay, they probably just got some professional assassin or something like that. Mm-hmm. In the midst of the fight, the thing that gave it away for me big time on how this was legitimately Bullseye, when he was just grabbing random office supplies and literally chucking them against the wall and actually nailing him in the face with it. I was like, oh dang, this is gonna be a good Bullseye if they can pull it off right.
I mean, also the thing that got me like to investigate who could be, I had a little thought of what he could be. When I saw everything, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Bullseye. But when I heard the name, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go look him up. I looked up Bullseye and known aliases, and Poindexter is one.
Oh yes.
So Benjamin Poindexter. So
and
that really put the last nail in the coffin. This is Bullseye.
Oh yeah, this is Bullseye. The only sad thing is we're not gonna get season. We're not gonna get season 4.
I'm gonna chuck that phone.
We're not gonna get season 4, which probably would have given us a actual look at Bullseye in full on costume. Now, I wouldn't exactly go for the classic getup when it was just all black, the white boots, white gloves, and the big old target on his head as a mask. I wouldn't go for that. But
I'd go with something more, traditional, more up to speed now. Because you know how in that one movie that shall not be named.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
They did good. They gave him a cloak.
Yeah, they gave him a nice cloak. It's okay.
After I'm done talking for what I'm going to speak, I'm out. So
it's Rick. I can't help it.
They gave him a cloak. They gave him weapons. They gave him everything, and then I guess it was more like a scar. I guess you could say that they gave him a little bullseye thing on his forehead,
almost like a brand. Really.
Yeah, and so it wasn't really a costume, but it was there.
Oh yeah, it was definitely there.
Yeah, so it could be done.
Now, Marvel has has rumored that with the Black Widow movie, which they did confirm will happen, they don't have a release date. They only have pre-scripting for it. But they did say it is possible that Daredevil could live on, the same actor and everything, could live on through that movie.
Dude, that guy is great. He embodies Daredevil perfect.
Oh yes, it's perfect. And I was in shock when I first watched Daredevil, because we were still coming off the fact of the movie that shall not be named.
I have to go.
Okay.
I have a prior engagement.
Oh gosh. Wait, is it with He Who Should Not Be Named?
Yes.
Oh gosh, this is major.
Well,
this is big.
Guys, it was great to see you guys again. What's next week? You got anything going on next week?
I think we have a youth party, but that's about it.
We'll see if we don't record next week, we'll post a lot of things on social media if you guys are following.
If you're following us on our Instagram page,
I don't know, what is it?
I don't know. I think it's Weekly Nerd 1, I guess.
We need Kevin.
Yeah, we may bag on Kevin, but he actually kind of did a lot of the work.
Yeah, we just show up and do stuff.
Yeah, we just show up and do this.
But he just, he gets everything done. But
I That about wraps it up for this week.
That wraps it up for this week.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Click the little bell notification to
so you get it
updated on when we get out new
content.
We take out new content. Yeah. So yeah. Ooh, also, one from our sponsors. If you guys like playing drums, if you guys like banging on things, if you guys are a great drummer and looking to expand your horizons and become an even better drummer, go to our friend, the Drum Professor. He's here on YouTube, and he gives a lot of tutorials on how to do certain songs. If you have any options or any requests on what to do songs, just put it in the comments, and he'll get it out as soon as he can. I've been taking some lessons from him, and let me tell you, I'm getting a lot better. See, if I didn't have two left hands, it'd be so much easier. I'd be like one of those students that would be like, I'd be one of those music prodigies, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But sadly, two left hands and two right feet.
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. How did you get that physical deformity? It's kind of sad.
We don't talk about that now. So, follow our friend, the Drum Professor, and we'll see if you guys could get your drumming into the next level. If you're a beginner, then you could see about joining his classes and you could become a drummer. If you're already a drummer, you could expand your horizons and become an even better drummer.
Alright, guys. So,
alright. We'll see you.
See you guys next time.
Alright.
Peace out.
Wrap it, Kevin.
Oh, wait. Kevin's not here.
Yeah, I have to get up.
Yeah. If you excuse me, I'm gonna eat this soup.